Hello, and welcome to Become the Teapot. I'm Ian.
And so am I. And when I suggested that we talk about the 2005 film V for Vendetta this week, I did so in the spirit of Guy Fawkes Night here in the UK. I didn't factor in that discussing a film about a manufactured virus and a neo-fascist regime may not be the most appropriate thing to talk about on the week of the US presidential elections during a global pandemic.
The comic is more relevant to today's political climate than the film is. And actually, I was quite surprised to see on the second page, actually, one of the government's slogans is "Make Britain Great Again."
I did see that. That makes me think, do you reckon that's where Trump got it from?
To be honest, I don't think he can read. Just tweet angrily. Yeah, shall we move away from that subject then and on to something you do like? Ian's Egg Hunt.
So actually this week I've got something and I want to get your opinion on it live on air. We may have an intro, so yeah, get your opinion of it now.
Ian's Egg Hunt. 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 Ian's Egg Hunt.
I'm not yoking you. That is brilliant.
So this is the part of the show where Ian, with his penchant for Easter eggs, regales us with facts that he has found out. So Ian, what have you got for us this week?
Right, so this one's not that heavy on the Easter eggs. It's not a Marvel, it's not a DC film.
Yeah, I did wonder what you were going to do. It's a difficult one, isn't it, this week?
Yeah, there's not so much Easter eggs, just I thought interesting points.
Okay.
So, a script for this film was first written in 91, 92, something like that. Mm-hmm. There was an article about it by the LA Times, and they described this script as Les Mis crossed with A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And in the book, I think it's volume 3 or book 3, right towards the end, there is a poster for Les Mis on the wall. There's that famous girl from that film.
Yeah, I know the poster, yeah.
Yeah, because I was having a look at scripts and I found that article from 1993.
So that's quite interesting. So it was only about 5 years after the comic was finished. So it's obviously been in production a long time.
Yeah, I think it went into production hell, as they call it.
Yeah, I think that sometimes happens, doesn't it? Until you get a director or writer with enough clout to get the film made, which the Wachowskis definitely would have had in 2005, post-Matrix.
Yeah, just putting it across the film then. The letter V can be seen in various places. I'm not going to sit here and list all of them because there is so much there. There's even stuff that I probably haven't seen.
Yeah, we would be here a while.
But there's the obvious ones, such as there's the V in the fireworks.
Yeah.
He cuts it into the poster. The flags are set up behind the elderly people who are playing chess in a V shape. The cut on Evie's head is V-shaped. In the final fight scene, when V throws his 2 daggers, they cross over, cause a V, and also Creedy, who he's throwing them at, shoots him 5 times. Obviously, 5 being V. And then there's one last one to end on. There was a V-shaped bloodstain on the wall as V sort of crawling towards the train, I think it is.
Yeah, I did see that one.
But yeah, there's loads more in there. Apparently there's one in every scene.
Yeah, there's even like the obvious ones, like the dominoes, isn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to think actually about those dominoes. V must have a lot of time on his hands, mustn't he?
But that actually brings me on to my next point, actually. That V scene with the dominoes was done for realsies, which might be one of my new catchphrases on the show.
Okay, yeah, good. It's a good catchphrase. Because it's one thing for a film or a YouTuber to set that up, but, V, you seem like a busy man, mate. You should probably be overthrowing a government or something. He's got a lot of time on his hands.
He's got more important things that he could be doing. But yeah, that was over 22,000 dominoes, and it took over 2 hours to set up. But there was a bit, actually, there's an on-set story. So you've got Hugo Weaving sat there cross-legged, and there's a hair stylist, and she's combing his hair, and she drops the comb, and it lands so close to the very first one, but it just misses it. But how annoyed would you be?
Yeah.
Talking about things that were done for realsies, the Lark Hill scene.
Lark Hill scene,
when it cuts to the man on fire and he's walking through the fire. Again, that was done. I'm not saying it a third time. No CGI was used there. He had this sort of special suit on that kept him cold. Also put on this gel the night before. But he literally just walked through fire and they filmed it, which I think is incredible.
Yeah, no, I do like a practical effect.
One final point to end on.
Okay, yeah.
The scene when Evie has her hair shaved off,
Mm-hmm.
that actually, again, was done for real.
Not for
That
realsies?
No. That was Natalie Portman's real hair.
All right, okay. So they only got one shot of that.
Yeah, so the director got quite paranoid on that. So he actually had like 3 or 4 cameras to capture that because they could only do it once.
Yeah, because there's that weird cut in the middle, isn't there, which actually makes it look more fake than it actually is.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's my slightly odd egg hunt this week.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. No, because it was a difficult one this week. There was no Wolverine cameos for you to point out.
No, unfortunately not.
Did you happen to spot a Spider-Man 3 poster at any point?
Can't say I did.
That's probably fair. I don't think it was out yet.